Hey, Pretty Girl Club. Welcome to another episode of Comment Foolery Exposed. In this episode, we're going to talk about how Queen Chioma's followers argue about Ikane's skin tone in her comment section and also brag about their light-skinned family members. Be sure to check out Queen Chioma's Ikane video that she recently did. She also was throwing subliminal shots at my channel, Exoticals. We are really making waves out here in these YouTube streets, and I am so excited. I heard that Queen Chama also did a live stream about me and that she hid the live stream right after she did it. So I didn't get a chance to see it. I really hope that she does do a live stream about us. I really hope that she calls us out and, post screenshots just like Chrissy did, because Chrissy actually pushed my channel to reaching over 350,000 views just within the past 30 days. So I am so excited about that. Lots of you guys are converting from Chrissy's channel, and Chrissy has now left the colorism conversation. I don't really think that Chrissy will be able to leave the colorism conversation, though, because her channel is really not relevant without it. A lot of her level up advice is very vague. It's not detailed at all. She doesn't give any step-by-step advice. So I don't see that type of content on her channel really taking off. But to be fair, if I had 200,000 women with Chrissy's personality following my channel, I'd be pretty upset too. So I can totally see why Chrissy takes frequent breaks from YouTube. I mean, I would do that too if I had her audience. But let's take a look at Miss Queen Chama. Also, I want to make note of the fact that, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that Queen Chama represents herself as a Christian or as someone who is a bit more on the conservative side, or, she represents herself as kind of more of like a woman of God or a woman with morals. So I'm not sure if that's true, but we will see how Queen Chama reacts as this channel continues to grow. Because at this point, we have surpassed over 19,000 subscribers. I've got over 550 videos on this channel supporting my talking points. We've got plenty of women in the comment section who are writing in. We are telling all of our stories, and we can't all be lying. One thing that I say about the whole skin tone thing is that in the Black community, there's a tendency for unambiguous Black people or non-light-skinned people or people who are not mixed, they're monoracial, whatever, there's a tendency for them to brag about their light-skinned family members. They want to brag about how light-skinned they are. They will tell people that they're not that light-skinned as a humbling tactic. And another thing I've noticed is that a lot of people in the African-American community pretend like they're not dark-skinned, or they deny being dark-skinned, or they pretend like dark-skinned people are basically invisible and like they don't exist, and they don't want to be represented by dark-skinned people. I've noticed they don't want their phenotypes to be represented by dark-skins. How do I know that? I know that because on my channel, anytime I show an unambiguous Black woman to represent Black women, actual unambiguous Black women will come into my comment section and they will say that I use ugly women to represent them. By the way, the types of women that I've used are Tika Sumpter, Kelly Rowland, Normani, Ari Lennox. I've used non-famous women as well. No matter who I use to represent their phenotype, they don't like it because they would rather have an exotical, which is a woman who they will accuse later of benefiting from an ism, colorism, texturism, or featurism. They'd rather have a dark-skinned exotical representing them. If you need more information on what that term means, please check out my 4-part What is an Exotical series. Another thing I've noticed is that people have used that word exotical against us. They would call us exoticals, they would call us preferences, because a lot of them were very Black male centered, and a lot of them have felt like they were never the male preference for any community, and so they're calling us preferences. And then if we take back those insults and say, okay, that's fine, well, I don't mind being called that, exotical, whatever, preference, I don't really care, that's not actually an insult to be an exotical. I don't believe it's an insult to be considered a quote-unquote preference, because you can actually make money off of that kind of stuff. But I've noticed that now unambiguous Black women are literally getting angry because we have taken back that word exotical, and we're doing a fantastic job over here. There are over 50 different exotical channels, so be sure to pay attention to my community page because I shout them out all the time on here. But there are over 50 exotical channels right now. Some of them are already passing 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 subscribers. So this is actually very threatening to women who have been able to brainwash dark-skinned Black women into thinking that everyone hates them. And so, channels like mine are very threatening to channels like Chrissy and Queen Chama because I have stronger talking points, not to mention the fact that I call out the hypocrisy in their own comment section. My comment section is heavily moderated. You know why? Because I actually do not care about the number of comments that I get, because if you leave up all of the comments, it helps your channel to go up higher in the algorithm. But for me personally, I like to prioritize this being a safe space for Exoticals more than I prioritize my channel going up in the algorithm. But I can tell just by the comment section alone on Queen Chama's channel that she prioritizes her channel going up in the algorithm rather than actually cultivating mental health for unambiguous dark-skinned black women. So let's get into some of these comments on Queen Chama's channel. This person says, Ekane is dark skin, in my humble opinion. She's just a lighter shade of dark skin. So I would like to make an announcement for those of you who are the shade beige, because by the way, I actually went to Ekane's YouTube channel and I looked at her makeup tutorial to find out what her makeup shades are. She wears the shade beige in LA Girl Cosmetics. So apparently that is now dark skin. So I would like to say thank you for inducting me into the dark skin community. I mean, it's about time. You know, I went to an HBCU, I've done so many protests, and thank you. Thank you for making us all dark skinned now. And also notice how he's saying Ekane is dark skinned, and it's like, but I thought dark skinned black people can't be racist or colorist. So if Ekane is dark skinned, then that means she can't be a colorist, right? This person says Ekane is not light-skinned at all. She doesn't even phenotypically look light-skinned. That's interesting. Jameel Jones 2264, I would love for you to show me a photo of what you mean by looking phenotypically light-skinned, because I'm wondering if you're talking about her West African facial features and her type 4 hair texture. Is that what you're saying doesn't match the light skin tone? This person says, Ice Spice is light skin, and so is Lotto and Doja Cat. My mother is lighter than Ekane, but she is not light skinned like Doja Cat or Mariah Carey. White skin would be someone like Margot Robbie. If you put Doja Cat next to Margot, she would not be white-skinned like you said. If you put Doja next to Ekane, Ekane would not be light-skinned, but brown-skinned, as that is what she is. So notice how this person prefaces their sentence by saying, my mother is lighter than you. My sister is lighter than you. They love using that talking point. The black community loves bragging about how much lighter their family members are than you. My sister's lighter than you. My brother's baby mama is lighter than you. My second cousin twice removed is lighter than you. Oh, but I'm pro-black though. I don't pedestalize light skin at all. I just keep track of my random family members that are lighter than you. And have you ever noticed how when it comes to light skin tones, they can tell you the undertone. They will pull up pictures of random celebrities in the winter, spring, summer, and fall. Notice how when they started talking about Ekane, they were able to name 5, 10, 15 different other light-skinned women with all different shades of light skin. But I've never in my life seen them do that with dark skin. They don't give a fuck about who's considered dark skin. I've never seen them do this with dark skin tones. They've never argued back and forth, oh, well, my cousin is darker than you. Nope. I've only seen them do that with light-skinned people. So the fact that this conversation is even happening, and especially on a channel that is supposed to be pro-unambiguous dark skin, this person says, I don't know where you come from, but Ekane is not lighter than most of the unambiguous black community. So she's doing that thing that they do in the black community in America, where they say we don't want to be represented by dark-skinned black people. We're not dark-skinned over here. We're not that dark. These people are too dark. They did that when I did that video on Francesca Rivers, when I called out the fact that a lot of African-American women do look like Francesca in their natural state. Oh, they got mad about that. They were like, oh, hell no. She looks black as fuck, basically. They were like, oh, hell no. We don't look like Francesca. She looks too black to represent unambiguous African-American women. We don't look that dark. We don't have hair that's that kinky. You know, so I've noticed that a lot of African-Americans, unambiguous African-Americans, don't want to be associated with dark skin, don't want to be associated with women like Francesca, like that phenotype. They don't want to represent that. That is why in my other comment foolery videos, you guys saw all of those comments where people are like, Beyonce looks like everyone in Houston. Everybody looks like Beyonce. Everybody looks like Rihanna. All of us African Americans look like that. It's because they don't want to be seen, like they don't want their phenotypes to be represented by unambiguous black women. They don't want their phenotypes to be represented by unambiguous mono dark-skinned black women with their natural 4C hair. Absolutely not. They're not having it. So that's what this person is saying in her first sentence. I don't know where you come from, but Ekane is not lighter than most of the unambiguous black community. She's trying to say Ekane looks like most of the unambiguous black community, which we know is a lie, because the average African American is not walking around with a beige skin tone. Because, by the way, like I said, if you don't believe me, go to her YouTube channel and look up her makeup videos and look up her makeup shade. She literally wears beige colored makeup. So you're saying that you don't want the African American unambiguous community to be associated with darker skin. You'd rather have it be associated with Ekane. You want Ekane to represent the unambiguous black community. And so this is what I talk about. A lot of people want to date us, create us, or they want us to be their representatives. So this person is really in the comment section of Queen Chama's YouTube channel, basically demanding that Ekane be used as their representation. And this is why I like to make the joke that unambiguous black women need us to represent them, because a lot of them don't want to be associated with the phenotypes of women like Francesca Rivers, Normani, pretty much anybody that I put on this YouTube channel. A lot of them don't want to be associated with the phenotypes of a dark-skinned mono-black woman with West African or Bantu features and 4C hair. They will get mad, on average, when you show a woman who looks like that in her natural state and you use it to represent unambiguous dark-skinned African American women. So I've noticed this pattern where they will hide behind xenophobia. Like they'll try to hide and say, well, so-and-so, she's African, she's Nigerian, she's this, she's that. And they're trying to separate themselves, and they're pretending as if they're trying to separate themselves based on nationality. But in reality, a lot of those women are trying to separate themselves based on phenotype because they don't like those phenotypes. It's their same phenotype, but they don't want to admit that they look like Nigerians or that they look like Ghanaians or West Africans. They don't want to admit that. So they'd rather be represented by Ekane or Beyonce or Rihanna. And that's where you get these comments from, where they're like, Rihanna looks like everybody. Beyonce looks like everyone in Houston. Ekane is not lighter than most of the unambiguous black community. Okay, so if the entire black community all looks like Ekane, then that would mean there is no colorism, right? This person says, there are many black people I've seen on a daily basis just by walking into the store who are lighter than her. So they're saying that not only is the unambiguous African American community all light-skinned, but they're all lighter than Ekane. We're not associating ourselves with being dark-skinned and black and unambiguous. Absolutely not. Not African Americans. Oh no, that's Africans. You got to keep that shit in Africa, is what this person is implying. And then she says, Ekane is not light-skinned just because you think she is lighter than most of the black community. So once again, she's reiterating, all of us in the African-American community are Ekane's color. Stop associating us with Africans. Stop associating us with the unambiguous African phenotype. This is on Queen Chama's YouTube channel, who, if I'm not mistaken, has an African background herself. This person in Queen Chama's own comment section is saying, we don't want to look like how Queen Chama looks. We don't want to be represented in the unambiguous community with like how Queen Chama looks. We want to be represented by Ekanes. All of us, African Americans, we look like Ekane. We don't look like Viola Davis. Oh, absolutely not. Ekane and Beyonce, that's how we look in the United States of America. She says, you saying she's lighter compared to most of the black community is like me saying she is darker than most light-skins like Coi Leray or Lotto. She is not light-skinned. Her making colorist comments when she isn't even light is absurd. Come back to me when she's Doja Cat's color and maybe she can be called light-skinned. She is brown-skinned, not light-skinned. So once again, she's trying to give that argument that all African Americans are light brown. They all just have this light brown shade. And that is why a lot of them get extremely upset when they see these darker skinned women of an African nationality playing in these movies representing African Americans. Like I said, a lot of them are hiding behind xenophobia or they're hiding behind nationality, when in reality, a lot of unambiguous African American black women don't want to be associated or don't want their collective image to be seen as Francesca Rivers or, Tiana Taylor or Ari Lennox or any of these other women. And that's where you get that argument that, oh, we all look like that. We're all mixed. We're all light-skinned. We all have this. And don't get me wrong, I know that a lot of African Americans have some admixture. Maybe you have 10% admixture, 15% admixture. But even if you have those admixtures, a lot of people with those admixtures are still dark-skinned. But they don't want to acknowledge that. Of course not. They're only going to acknowledge the fact that all of us are light-skinned. My cousin is light-skinned like Beyonce. Everybody in Houston looks like Beyonce. Everybody looks like Ekane. I go to the grocery store. I see Ekane walking down the street every single time. So what are you talking about? None of us are dark-skinned. Oh no, we're not going to be associated with that. I don't see any of the black content creators talking about that. How most unambiguous African American women don't want to be associated with the phenotype of African women. This girl says on Queen Chama's channel, got a feeling the girl that was hating on Chama was that Exotical Girls chick. that thinks every dark-skinned black woman is envious of light-skinned or mixed-race women. So it's funny how on a random Queen Trauma video that was about something that had nothing to do with the Exoticals United community, this girl brings it up and it gets 285 likes. That means I've got at least 286 unambiguous haters watching my channel. This girl says, I stumbled across her channel thinking the video was about to support dark-skinned black women and was extremely shocked. So she's shocked that I disagree with a dark-skinned black woman. She is shocked that I refuse to be used as her footstool. She is shocked that I hold black women accountable for their own internalized colorism. This girl says, I keep hitting stop recommend on her channel and they keep popping up. It's so annoying. Well, let me enlighten you, Kenny B. As a content creator who not only has a background in professional content creation, but also in marketing, I can tell you that if you hit stop recommend and then you go back and you type my name into the search bar multiple times, the algorithm sees everything you're doing on YouTube. And so that's why my channel keeps popping up. It's because you keep searching for it. Exotical tax! This person says, I thought I was the only one that came across that mixed troll. Wow, thank you so much. Oh my God. Thank you for acknowledging that I'm both mixed and a troll. Oh my God, I feel so pedestalized right now. Wow. AJ175, thank you for my exotical tax. This person says, yikes, never once have I heard her say every dark-skinned woman is jealous of light skin or biracials. But a hit dog gone holla. Exactly. This girl says, this is exactly what Chrissy said about light-skinned women, not all, yet look how that turned out. All of the hit exoticals came flooding her comment section with angry comments, as if she said all. I honestly see why some dark-skinned women do not want you anywhere near them, because you're low-key Karens, who thinks it's okay to dish out the disrespect as long as you do not get it back. This is sad AF. First of all, Jennifer Terry, thank you so much for acknowledging my Karen side of my personality. I'm actually quite proud of it. I love my Karen skills. They really come in handy for creating content like this. And also, I actually have no problem with channels like Chrissy or Queen Trauma having their own communities. Notice how not once have I ever said, oh, their channels need to be taken down, dark-skinned black women shouldn't have a space. No, Queen Trauma, Chrissy, all of these YouTubers, they all have a right to their freedom of speech. So at the end of the day, if they want to keep bashing or making these videos about any of us exoticals, they actually have a right to do that. And I actually don't have a problem with them doing that, as long as you don't have a problem with me responding. Exotical tax! This person says, I thought it was just me. I accidentally clicked one of her videos a while ago and YouTube still tries to sneak her in my feed sometimes. I don't give an F what you think or do. Just please leave my phone alone. Well, you see, Miriam Donzo 4330, if you click on my video and then you clicked on another one, the YouTube algorithm sees that, and so it's going to put me in your algorithm. This person says, that channel is actually crazy. These people are delusional. So do you see how this is a Queen Trauma video giving celebrity commentary, and her comment section has devolved into focusing on exoticals? We're just the star of the show everywhere we go. Exotical tax! This person says, I followed her for like 2 whole minutes before I unsubbed and blocked. Was so weird, creating narratives that didn't exist and downplaying colorism. I find it interesting that you came across my channel and subscribed to it within 2 minutes. Oh, that's interesting. You subscribed within 2 minutes without knowing what my channel was about? When all it takes is looking at my titles, thumbnails, description, YouTube banner, and series titles to understand what it's about, and then you say, oh no, I unsubbed and blocked. She was creating narratives. So notice how they give me so much social power that I'm just creating narratives because I'm just this psychological genius. I'm an evil mastermind. This person says, you guys are obsessed with exoticals. We aren't going anywhere though. Exotical tax! This person says, you are obsessed with darker women and hate being called out, just like the white folks you try to embody until you get sunned by life. So as far as being obsessed with unambiguous black women, oh, I'm totally obsessed. I'm a fan. I mean, you guys are the blueprint, right? I mean, you guys are our mothers. You guys are our grandmothers. You guys are our cousins, our sisters. So of course we are going to talk about the blueprint, the one, the only, the blueprint, right? And then this person says, You hate being called out, just like the white folks you tried to embody. So, what does it mean to embody a white person? Are you saying because people are mixed? Are you saying that we act white? Are you giving us that stereotype? Oh, we act white. We're a bunch of black girls who act white until we get sunned by life, aka get treated like a black person? Is that what you mean? So, what does it mean to be treated like a black person? Square Bear 619, what does that mean? We get sunned by life. So are you implying that all black people get sunned by life? Because you do know you're on Queen Chama's YouTube channel, right? This person says they're constantly picking at YouTubers like Queen Chama and I Am Aloho. I think that troll channel is baiting Chama on purpose. You're damn right. Exotical tax! And it's funny how whenever we respond, oh, we're picking on them and we're baiting them and we're bullying them and we're stalking them. And it's like, well, if we're stalking you, wouldn't you not respond to a stalker? I mean, seriously, if you're being stalked, you would just try to ignore them and avoid them, right? You wouldn't be making live streams about them. You wouldn't be like giving them subliminal shots and videos. No, like if you're genuinely being stalked and you're scared for your life, then you would like run away, right? This person says, the exotic troll just took a screenshot of your comment and is ready to make a video about it. This tells you everything you need to know. Exotical tax! First of all, CMO828, I would like to thank you for acknowledging that I am an exotic troll. Okay, so there are the regular trolls, you know, there are the punk rock trolls, there are the R&B trolls, there are the country music trolls, and there's the exotic troll. Exotical tax! This person says, are you serious? That's fine. Tell her to show her face on camera. Isn't it funny how Chrissy doesn't have to show her face? Nobody else has to show their face. You don't know who owns all of these companies you shop at every day. You don't care who's behind all of these YouTube channels. Oh, but for the exotic troll, oh, she's got to show her face. And it's like, wow, you're already acknowledging my beauty without even seeing me? Oh my god, I'm so flattered. This person says, please miss me with the bullshit. Let's be for real. Videos of Exoticals United doesn't just stumble on you guys for you page. You care about our experiences as exotic women, and you're mad that we're owning every slanderous thing you have said to us confidently. When dark-skinned people talk about light-skinned people, that's colorist as well. I said what I said. Go argue with your self-esteem. What's sad is that there are loads of dark-skinned black women that want light-skinned women to pay for the traumas that they have faced in their life. This person says, who the fuck goes around calling themselves exotic? Sounds like a damn wild snake in the Amazon jungle. Well, thank you. Oh my god, I love jungles. The Amazon is so pretty. Have you seen the pictures? You think I look like I'm from the Amazon jungle? Oh my god, that is like the best compliment I've had in a long time. Thank you. Thank you. The exotic animals in the Amazon jungle are so pretty. I mean, imagine going to a bar and somebody says, where are you from? And you're like, I'm from the Amazon. That is a flex. Oh my god, look at this pedestal they're building for us. This person says, say whatever you gotta say to make yourself feel special. My closest friend is mixed, and she's laughing at y'all. So notice how he brings up that his closest friend is mixed. He's bringing that up to validate himself, saying, oh, my friend is mixed, just like how a couple of seconds ago they're like, my cousin is lighter than he Kane. Everybody looks like Beyonce in Houston. Everybody looks like Rihanna. We all look like E. Kane. My closest friend is mixed, and she's laughing at the Exoticals. This person says, thank you for replying. Exotical was a term that was started by a dark-skinned black woman as an insult. You're mad that I'm owning it. You just want somebody to fight with. I will not be bullied. You guys are over here bashing that other women with other experiences are sticking up for themselves and not being quiet anymore. Get therapy. All you have to pay is a copay. You're creating problems and triggering dark-skinned women to have this animosity with light-skinned women when you realize that skin is just a shell and it's about the person, and not quick to judge someone because of a past experience that you've had with that same phenotype. The world will start looking better to you. This person says, dark-skinned black women like Chrissy have referred to us as exoticals and the preferences, and we have decided to reclaim our power by using it as well. Exotical tax! Oh, and by the way, I forgot to tell you guys, I am also a mixed troll. I'm an exotic troll, okay? So that's my other nickname I'm giving myself. And I'm also a snake from the Amazon. So that is so, you know what? Oh my god, I need to go buy some snakeskin clothes, like, you know, the cute snakeskin shoes, like from Amazon. I'm gonna do that now. I need to do that so I can embrace my snake-like qualities. This person says, that's because she has a lot of pages and channels. It's really annoying. You have to block her every time she pops up. Then it'll stop recommending her. So now they're saying that all the other exotical channels, that those are all me. Like I created 50 channels and I'm pretending to be other people. This person says, a dark skin cannot be colorist, just like a black person cannot be racist towards a white person. Now, a dark skinned person may not like light skinned women, but that does not make them colorists. Plus, why are you here on an unambiguous black women's channel? Chioma is a beautiful black woman, so your humbling tactics won't work here. So, a dark skinned person can't be colorist? Maybe 06? You guys call dark skinned black men colorists all the time. Anyway, what do you ladies think? Let me know in the comment section, and I'll talk to you next time. Stay pretty, ladies.